we'd like to solicit questions from the audience here, and there's somebody there. Over there by the window, you first.
Mr. Feinberg.
Right away, I'm worried.
I saw you speak at a symposium after 9/11. This is Joe, your friend.
Oh, Joe Nocera.
Yeah.
Of the New York Times.
Yeah.
Of the op-ed page.
Of Weekend Edition Saturday. Go ahead.
Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. I saw you speak after 9/11. There was a symposium about whether the 9/11 fund was a precedent for a way to avoid the tort system and to avoid litigation in the future. And you said, no, it's impossible, it'll never happen again, just like you're saying now, and so on and so forth. So then we have these various funds, BP being the latest, $20 billion fund, and it hasn't avoided all litigation. It's avoided a lot of litigation. And so I think it's worth re-raising the question. Number one, does this sort of fund have the potential to preempt the court system? And number two, more importantly, is that a good thing?
You answer your own question when you say, does it potentially? Sure, it potentially does. I note that since that symposium on 9/11, you say, well, there's been one other one, BP. I mean, now there's two. Now there's two, not one. So I don't see it as a groundswell out there for alternative systems. Do I think it would be a good thing? My lawyer answer would be it depends. But you won't let me get away with that. So I would say, no, I don't think it is a good thing. Because I worry about the ramifications. I'd like Nocera on what the rules would be. Are these alternatives going to be available to everybody? Or are they going to be limited to pharmaceutical claims or asbestos claims or mass disasters? I mean, what about, I guess I throw it back to you with the mic, what about everybody else?
Well, but doesn't the court system have its own flaws in the sense that some people do really well and some people wind up with nothing? And in your fund, if you could prove that you lost income, you got money.
Look, you're tough. Absolutely, the court system is erratic. It's certainly inefficient. But at least in theory, the court system is available to all. Unless in theory an alternative to the court system is going to be available to all, I worry again that the underlying point Neil made at the very beginning, I worry about special programs for special people. At the heart of your argument, I think, is life is unfair. If you have a great lawyer, you get a good break in the courtroom. If you're dependent on somebody who practices law out of a truck, you're going to be in trouble. I can't, unless you're Plato or Socrates or Aristotle, I'm not sure about how philosophically you can set up a program that will be fair for all. And I worry about it. I understand where you're coming from, and maybe we'll see more of those funds. But you'll agree with me, I think. You're hard-pressed, Joe, to think of a company that's going to tomorrow put up $20 billion and say, let's get the claims resolved.